Hello there. I want to tell you thank you for coming into the CBP Structured Interview. I want to let you know the three of us are here to interview you for about 25 to 30 minutes. During the process of this interview, we're not here to trip you up or to trick you. We're here to see what kind of fit you would be for CBP. So without any further questions, we're going to start the interview. Are you ready? Thank you. While assigned to your inspection booth at a land border crossing, a traveler becomes verbally aggressive after being asked routine secondary questions. They start recording you with their phone and accuse you of discrimination. Several cars are waiting behind, and traffic is beginning to build. What should you do? Okay, in that answer to that question, there are three key phrases or words you should be able to utter to the interview panel almost instantly, because those are the three words or phrases they are going to want to hear from you to pass that interview question. So in the answer to that question, there are three key phrases or words you should know how to insert into your answer. It is imperative you know this, because this is what keeps you on the 48% who pass versus the 52% who don't pass. You see, if you answer these questions in the same way like most people answer them, who are the most that fail, you're going to fail too. Because this panel before you, 3 or 4 people who are looking at you to interview you, they see 10 people just like you. 10 Joes, 10 Larrys, 10 Moes, 10 whatever. You have to understand, you have to say certain things that will bring out your performance, your answering above all the rest. Otherwise, you're just in the pile of everybody else. Nothing spectacular in your answer, nothing at all that showed you did some kind of research, nothing interesting, nothing worth moving you on to the next person. It's imperative you understand that. There were 3 words or phrases you had to use when answering that question. It's part of the STAR, right? You have to understand what you're up against when you go to this structured interview. Let's go to the next one here for you. You're working at an airport, and a colleague starts joking about skipping steps during baggage screening to speed things up. You observe them miss a few scans and wave a passenger through with an unverified bag. You're still new and unsure if this is normal or is it serious. We here at the panel want to know, what should you do about that? When you answer that question, there are 2 key words and phrases you have to understand to insert into your answer, especially for this question here. You have to understand, because I'm asking you one question, right? But this question might be presented to you in many different ways. And this is again where I talk about the formula. It isn't so much the question, it's the understanding of the formula to give to this interview panel, which gives you a ticket to the next step in the process. If you are devoid of this formula, you don't understand how to understand 2 key words or phrases in this answer to this question, you're going to have a problem with that. And you're going to become just like everybody else out there, the other 10 people who just like you, just, bland answer, boring answer, a non-researched answer, and they're probably not going to call you back. There is a reason they ask this type of question, not this specific question. Remember I told you guys before, it's not the question, it's the formula behind the question. Once you learn that, then you can handle any question they throw at you. But you have to learn the formulary. Again, remember, it's like 2 plus 2, right? 2 plus 8, 2 plus 10, 2 plus 12. The reason why you know that is because you've learned the formula to addition, correct? If you never learn the formula to addition, and I just taught you 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, well, okay, you know it's 4. But one day I said, what's 2 plus 3? But I never taught you the formula. You're not going to know the answer. Same thing here with the CBP structured interview. There's a formulary behind the verbiage. There's a formulary behind every question they're asking you. There's a formula there. Now, you guys, for my premium package and my gold package down below in the link, I have a coupon for you. I'll put the coupon code here, and also too, before you check out, the coupon code will also be there for you at checkout as well. It's a $10 off the premium, and the gold is just for 3 weeks, so that's all I can do right now. It's just for 3 weeks, okay? If you want to really understand how to handle these CBP structured interviews, this is how you do it. This week alone, it's only Monday. I already have 2 more success stories from people passing the structured interview who I taught, who are my students. I have a bunch now. I have a lot. You guys already know this. I have a lot of people who pass through my doors to go on to pass through the structured interview, who go on for polygraph, who go on for the academy, who then get their badge. That's how that works, right? Let's do another question for you. You're working your port. You see your colleague over there, one booth over, and he's giving this person a hard time because they're of a different nationality. What do you do about that situation? Okay. In that question alone, there are 4 key words and phrases you must insert into your answer when you give it to the interview panel. You face off with 3 or 4 guys or gals, whoever. They're professionals, been doing this for 10, 12, 15 years. You're not going to BS them. Your answer with the 4 answers in there, the 4 words in there, the 4 phrases, it will show you've done your homework, you have studied, and you are prepared, and you know how to answer it according to what they want to hear. It's like a foreign language, right? You have to speak their language, their paramilitary language. The more you speak it, the more familiar they are with you, the more they're going to remember you because you're speaking their language. There's a comfort in that. When someone speaks my language, there's a comfort in that because, oh, okay, they're speaking my language. It's the same transformation you will experience in my one-on-one from your civilian mind into a paramilitary mind. Even from the military mind, I got to get you back into a paramilitary mind. Either way, civilian or military, you guys will go through a metamorphosis to become the paramilitary mind so you can answer these questions at the interview phase, interview process in a paramilitary way. That question there alone has 4 key words and 4 key phrases that must be given to them at the interview phase. People say to me, oh, I didn't pass this because of this. Well, you didn't pass because you didn't understand the mission, right? Or sometimes people bring a civilian mindset, right? They bring the civilian mindset interview into a paramilitary interview. Yeah, they study like, where are you going to be in five years? These guys in front of you don't care about that question. They're never going to ask you, where are you going to be in 5 years? It's never going to happen. They're going to ask you 3, 4, 5, or 6 situational questions. That's what it's all about. It judges your critical thinking, bias thinking, situational awareness. Do you understand how to do chain of command? All those things are in there. That's what it's all about. That is what's going to get you guys the pass to the next step.